Alright guys, welcome back to our study of reform movements. Today we're going to take a look at the call for women's rights. This is a struggle that really had been going on for quite some time. I mean, even Abigail Adams had argued for it as far back as the early American Revolution. But you started to see people like Lucretia Mott and Sojourner Truth speak out in favor of women gaining more rights, like property rights and the right to divorce. In 1848, a National Convention on Women's Rights was called by Lucretia Mott and Elizabeth Cady Stanton, who had met earlier in London while traveling. This convention was held at Seneca Falls, New York, and the idea was to actually declare what women wanted, which was to list out their injustices and demand full equality now. Part of that convention also called for the idea of suffrage, of equal rights. This was a little bit tricky because some people thought that this might undermine some of their other causes. But Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton became very prominent in this idea of women's suffrage, founding the National Women's Suffrage Association and pushing for women to get the right to vote. That would take several decades, but they did at least start to get recognition of property rights in New York. Education for women was also a major cause. Women such as Emma Willard would go out and found the Troy Female Seminary, and other women such as Mary Lyon would found Mount Holyoke, which was the first college in America for women, and this would teach them the higher level subjects, and their students would become the leaders in the later reform movements. You also saw women getting jobs in things such as teaching. There you had Elizabeth Blackwell, who became the first American woman to become a doctor, and Maria Mitchell, who became the first professor hired at Vassar College, first woman admitted to the National Academy of Sciences, and even has a crater on the moon named after her for all of her efforts. I know this video was short, guys. Thank you so much for paying attention. Hopefully we took good notes, and we'll see you tomorrow.